Endemic poverty in the Karamojong region of northeast Uganda puts children at risk of abuse, trafficking, neglect, and exploitation. The western part of Soroti city, a newly created city that boosts up trade in teso sub-region, an area called Pamba, popularly known for pork consumption. There live a community of the Karamojong who come from different parts of Moroto. The Karamojong or the Karimojong are a Nilotic ethnic group. They are agro-pastoral herders living mainly in the northeast of Uganda. Their language is also known as Karamojong and it is part of the Nilotic language family. Compared to the Manyata's homesteads built out of such grass and other materials, in a small camp of less than 30 houses built out of sticks, worn-out sacks and mosquito nets is where you find the Karamojong members live. Their population is more than 100 people.
As you can see behind here, these are some of the households that are being constructed by these people who are living in this place. They don't have a number of building materials, but of course they use the locally available materials like sacks and of course some of the used up nets, mosquito nets, for actually constructing their houses where they actually live. This happens to be a small camp where these people actually come in together with a number of challenges. There's nothing that they can be able to do, but of course still remain here because they need to eat each and every day. This is how this place actually looks like. You can actually be imagining where this place is. This is in Pamba ward in Soroti city, and this is the state at which these people are actually living right now. You can see there are a number of households. Actually, they are using the same kind of building materials for actually building their small houses here, and this is exactly how this place looks like.
Life in this camp is so unpredictable, but with great hope, the Karamojong here continue living with the perception that tomorrow will be a better and a different day. Their story is so agonizing. Their story is so catching. Their story is so touching. Their story is so painful. As they continue calling for any assistance of food and any well-wisher who can reach them out, to hear them out.
Well, as you can see, I'm already inside one of the households here. Their cultural houses are called the manyatas, but of course this one is different from a manyata. Looking at the materials that are being used for constructing it. So this is how it is, and this is how it looks inside here. This one belongs to one of the people around this community. And this is exactly how it looks like. So inside it is actually built using sacks and some few pieces of the used up carpet and of course the mosquito net. This is how it actually looks like. It is cool inside, but of course when it rains, it happens to be a different chapter of life. It's hard for you to explain. Either you're going to be wet or you'll come out when you're dry. This is a horrible state that these people in this community actually live, and this is exactly how it looks like. I don't know what you think outside there, but you can actually drop a comment.
Back home in Karamoja, their relatives do not know the pain and suffering those in town are going through, although more keep moving into different urban areas looking for better ways of surviving. All they do is stay around their small camp as the lucky ones move out to do community work for small money and other basic needs that they are given, while the rest chance to get intestines of pigs that they use as food, although these are mostly looked as a taboo or not eaten by a number of people in the region, but without any option, they have to survive on that. The men in this camp usually move out to close by bars, where they go and look for local brew called ajon, where they get their residue, remove the liquid and leave the solid. The solid is later on dried and packed into different sacks that they always sell to other people who rear pigs in order to get money. They also use the same solid residue, mix it with maize or millet, and it's later taken to the grinding mill and it's turned into food.
It's always said that one man's meat is another man's poison. You could be imagining what is in these sacks, but what is here is actually a residue from the local brew that most people actually take here from Teso sub-region. And this is Ajono, and this is its local, it is residue. So these people majorly go out there, they filter this out and they dry this. Once it is dried, they actually mix it with maize or millet. Then they take it to the grinding mill to actually dry it. Once it is dried, it's actually brought back and it is used as food. This is what they mingle from here. This is what they use as their food here. So currently, I see a number of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sacks currently here. So this is what they actually use as the food here. So you could be imagining how it is done. These things actually, they separate the liquid from the solid. So they take only the solid and it is dried. Once it is dried, they stock it here. So these are intestines of the cow. So you dry them.
Then after dry, when they
So meaning when you dry them, at least you can keep them for long.
Interest and differences continue growing around this small camp, with a few of the members always involving themselves in petty fights. But of course, with their leaders, whoever involves his or herself in a fight without a clear reason is given a punishment. Lochu, the camp leader, says that they have been in the camp for 5 years, but with a number of challenges like shelter, health, places of convenience, and tribalism from some people who don't wish them to be there.
Yes. You're from Kotido. So how long have you taken staying in this place?
I've taken like 5 years.
5 years. So if you remember very well, which year did you come here? Which year did you come and settle in this place? 2017. So by the time when you first came here, was this settlement like this, or there were no people here?
There were people here. They were just sleeping on verandas. Yes. One of them was sleeping on the verandas.
Yes.
Then for me, I was staying just down outside, sleeping just outside with my sister. Then when my sister went to Bogale, I just came to join them here. Because I saw also all my friends are here, my Kotido, yes. Joining them. And they elected me as the chairman.
Is that chairman? So you've been a chairman here for about 5 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so this area that you people are settling in was, did you people just buy the area, or were you offered the area to settle?
No. For us, as we had that this place, this land is no man's land.
Yes.
And the one of that neighbor was that place people were here. And that's why we also come here to settle here. And now people are now building the houses here. This guy houses are
Yes. So far, have you faced any challenges from the time you've taken being at this area?
I've been facing challenges, many challenges.
Yeah. What kind of challenges have you been facing?
Challenges one, no any like a medication, no any help like a government who has come in to help these people and and again water challenges of latrines, shelters, and lands and full lands, and even there are very many challenges we are facing here.
So, like on the side of latrines, how have you been able to overcome that? Because for a number of years, if you're saying issues of latrines, how have you been able to handle that?
I think we constructed just like Kasmolo, that 21 years, or just time like a small one.
Yes.
And a shelter also.
And then, like in the terms of work, what exactly do your people here do, like to make money to actually push a living?
There's no exactly work like doing, but when a person comes and just take it, he wants to go out dressing or fetch water or to wash clothes. Those are the kinds of work they work.
So
They just come and
basically,
pick you. They go and work. They give you something. You survive from there.
they do domestic work for other people. That's where they get money from. So what is your plan in the next 3 years? How are you looking at what vision do you have for this place as a leader? The next 3 years to come.
In the next years to come, I'm only requesting the government. The government help us provide for us or to give us a free place or to support us here.
Behind me happens to be places of convenience that these people in this community majorly use. As you can see, there's a small bathroom actually constructed behind there. Then next to it is a latrine. But according to them, they have actually been changing their latrines from the same position. Once it gets full, they bring it back to the first place where it actually used to be. Then again, once it also gets full, they take it back to another location, but of course, in the same place. As you can see, behind here is actually a garbage bin where this community actually finds the garbage for some number of time, and they have spent about 5 years being in this area with a number of challenges like uh, lack of clean water, lack of health facilities, and a number of other issues. They only survive on the domestic work that people from the public come and offer them. That's where and how they are able to get part of the money that they use for supporting themselves. And you realize next to these facilities where I'm actually standing from are actually their households. So you can actually imagine how dangerous it is for them. Whenever it now rains, the smell of this place actually moves to the cooking points that these people actually have here. And of course, with a number of waterborne diseases, we cannot be able to tell how safe these people are. But according to them, they're actually requesting for some support from our government and of course some of the well-wishers who can actually come into their rescue and give them some support.
With the growing difference between them and some public members, the Karamojong explained that they face a lot of discrimination from people, even when it happens that they visit the health facility. They are looked as people who are dirty. Although they offer a service to the community, like washing clothes, cleaning their compounds, and doing a number of activities in exchange of food or money, they complain they are facing a lot of discrimination from other tribes of people around the community, around the city where they are living from.
aba teso alikumanyira abagusi alikumanyira ne abateso ni Karamojong abagusi alibanana ane mutima sibi alikubesiro abalala alle mutima murungi kijage na maso ngo government tiyamba Karamojong tudi wano Pamba tukoleshi tukaba ebienda yembisi tutu ala wale mugundi mulusi abantu alikukuba sagala wanu tutu ala wa agamba Bakoromoja unya tukolechi tutu ala Bakoromoja wa ali wanu Pamba ebisibu nsenume mutime cho ati ali awo mutu tali yota to Rossport tali yota to Rossport ndiaro la so
Karamojong aralo Uganda aralo ay ponto de Karamojong e ponto de Karamojong won kere kedi teso Ethiopia e karaginyo mojong nizu polo arawanyo teso kedi Karamojong yebe nyati akatai kopana nuso kwana Hello, Ginyo. Wanjo.
Buang Karamojong, Adomunta langi chano yane. Adomunta langi chana ne no way. Adapat. Yakade ngudwele, yakade ngudwe. Aberung ne poti ane pone wala ko ne ngene chamtura akwanai akidowun dowuni to garan kai analeju ko yano to lilima kop to dumuni ko kunyo to dumuni ko ku sinam benyo diname bas so edo ade akino do ara lo diti o killing e bokoy lukumila kasakai ya mo ken amokenda mangudu muni onyo ngudu muni yongo edos la beti ya konai adoloki iloto yo meaning na eboko yo oya kapun jakli oki kapun amoken be boko be rayo la mamai ebe ankol be beti sa pedoki na kia mare ipe gorni yaete la kipi ebe obongo siai bongo si Moroto bukus edo wa eboko edo anege ebe to youtu anege edo wa lo Uganda arabara lo Kenya edo wa ichemi edo amurebe amabe edo adeke amabe to aneke ngarakini edo wa ichalo kere okorada kilo imeleke ana akurio ichalo kere okorada kina kinai na de tai isi priya na mameso edo kikena rewa marewa yetebe yakade ai Moroto opani amadio da chichu mameta ajo opani lo to yagen ajono da redo pe kopo ija kini yoba ai lokingle ngora ke kopo o charagne ta kipine lilim ko gnete abala mamara kapuni lemunti so olima kapukone be apukwan chamti ola ginya karwa Moroto ara chamti ola ngarangine ara ogana chuchu ogela ke so anyo apukwane igela ke lo ngalu alupo igela ke lo apukwane alupo are pedoria apukwane agela ke lo ane dane chamlo so agroni yasi olima ebe apukwan kengarakena do araka do angicha iyadin ko kyokone ritunto e konkala ritunto iche to ngachalo yangena iche mame toto iche mame papa ichan yesa unto tungai unto lailo olima ka apukwan kengarakena do eponlo pedoria ngarakena do ya do Pamba adia kada kreta la dia kada awanyo ake jewaya lo dala ba lo dalo abete da kona ayo na lailo so olimada pukonebe eyase do ludidi eyase nyo eyasa ngor eyasa mojong eyase poloko apukwan eponale ngarakene tede lo ko bo kore araka wana apukwan ni chi dara apukwan Mare don walu Uganda raka nyon Karamojong. Jadi teso, jadi mugus, jadi langway, jadi labocur, jadi
Okay. During the times of labor, most of the women here give birth in this small camp and later on taken to the nearest health facility to get better treatment or medication for the mother and the newborn.
How many people are in this camp?
There are 96 in number.
You have,
Minus
you have,
the children.
you have 96, those are adults.
Those are adults.
Minus the children, how many children are here? Your estimate, how many children do you have in this?
27.
You have 27 children plus 96
Newborns,
adults.
7.
Newborns are 7. And where do they always deliver from in terms of delivery?
In terms of delivery, they deliver from here.
They just deliver from the camp. But do the kids delivered healthy? Or?
They deliver healthy.
They deliver healthy.
And a regular men wash. Then from there, they put in our
Kana ban Karamojong. Bueno pe yerre doa. Il palo tiyo kara kede akira rang guru ta yaru tukitenen. Ori keta o ka kan Karamojong ngurisheda. Imoeda ke ka boko ben Karamojong ka ta. Na ba teni da pe ni ye ni ge. Kelo dida to na da katari. Mam to wandi ngara kinye doa. Era ka dong de boko be to pire kai. Pire na ge. Anto no di sia da mara be agulo kini nya. Agulo kini da katari. To nyori ka ko ni bukbe wadi kata nya. Keto maneni ibuni yone mam kata yonyo yezelenga ikwa ko da ka de kai kwa ku ara de kwa lo ko jan Karamojong ka u lakini ko to ama ule ya kali akwa pinu ne boko matanya danga ya kata taringa tungona danga daga tarin alta ban ya kata taringa daga tarin kwa ngana ya kata tare da da nyo museben wana da shamta museben pe woye lakini kero lo ne kitaka tika na wani ele wata kana ku war da to nyanda ne ge amambe wata kana pone e cia da danga kata marta na nyowu pedra da nyowuni e kwa pe yara karnyo aradisi ngezi ngara kini wa kata ke od kata mas ngana ni ebuni kala ta ngala la tariya malawe kata kana ngade de ler ta kana ya kata za nyo insan e perio da na ge elimi akwa mame tungani ngara kini wa ngede rusi ke yane asia pa ke tungana da me ko apotui kwa ku ya kala ne pene ge apotui ni ko da ngini rai ya kata ko nyo insan Maria bizana ya kata ne ge ela la kan wo ida da Karamojong ya kata tere da nyo ya kata tere da ngisan lakini yo tungani ni bala kichana da elo tunga krapa ai lo tinar da
The mayor of Soroti City, Joshua Edogu, while in an interview with us, explained that they have no challenge with the Karamojong, but they have a challenge of people who come to settle in the city as refugees.
I want to. Government, as we speak now, has not recognized that, or is not about to recognize any displaced people in Teso. Teso is a calm area. People are doing business. Those who are in the Greek sector, they are engaged now. They are reigns. So there is no such recognition either by Parliament or by the City Council or any other lower council that we have displaced people or refugees. It is not there. So if those Karamojong are somewhere and they are purporting to be displaced or refugees, that's not acceptable. We do not have resources, and also we are not, nobody has been gazetted as a refugee or a displaced person. Every person who is visiting Soroti and wants to live in Soroti City, you come as a responsible person, either rent, build your house, and then do what you want, either as a civil servant or somebody doing trade or an employee of the sort. Even if you are not employed, but some business, maybe making chapati, maybe selling sugar cane, or any agri product, but anything, any development that requires us as government of the city to address anybody or any institution or any group of people as displaced people is not there. So anybody who's offering to come together and think that they are displaced, it's not there. That is my picture. That is the position, and I'm very honest about it.
Does it mean that these people are going to be sent away from that place?
Nobody's going to send. That's a city. Let me tell you, how many people are living in the city? They are actually, we have the Bagisu, we have the Baganda, we have all sorts of tribes are there. You tell me, are there Cholis? Are there people from Bale? Are there people from Busoga who are congregating in the city as refugees or displaced people? They are not there. So nobody's going to send those Karamojong away, but they are expected to take care of themselves as far as accommodation is concerned, as far as feeding is concerned, as far they can go to any health center and get treated, just like any other person.
Thank you so much for watching. To support me, please subscribe, hit on the notification bell or button so that each time I upload any new video, you will actually be the first to be notified. Don't forget to like, share,